Hello everybody, it is me, Mr. Vince, and I hope you all have an amazing day today. And that's right guys, the first ever update of 2023 has released. Now it is a mini update, so this update is not that big, but this update is pretty good. So today I'm going to talk about basically everything added as of the mini update, which released on the night of January 6th. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So for this video, I'm mainly going to be a police officer because, well, there's not much to talk about regarding criminals, so let's just jump right into it. Alright, so the first thing that we got regarding this update are 5 new colors. Yeah, they're dark colors, and they only cost 5,000 cash in the garage. These colors are darkest marine, darkest red, darkest blue, darkest green, and darkest brown. And these colors are really cool. And as a matter of fact, we finally got an actual brown color after a long time, which is awesome. And honestly, I think this one looks better than ordinary pastel brown. But I'm not going to lie, these colors are really cool looking. So we got darkest green, we got darkest red, as well as darkest marine and darkest blue. Out of the 5, I think my favorite one is darkest marine. This one is a good combination of blue and green, making it look like a dark teal color, and I like it. So in total, you need to spend 25,000 cash to get all 5 colors. I know, that sounds like a lot of Mr. Krabs bucks for 5 new colors. Bruh. But I kind of see why they are 5,000. They look really good, polished. Anyway, so the next thing we got in this update is a brand new spoiler. This spoiler is known as the Meteor Magnet spoiler. And in order to get it, you have to be lucky enough to get it from defeating the CEO, which was added in the 2022 winter update. And it is considered as an ultra rare, so you do have a chance of getting this spoiler, and it is actually the first ever spoiler to play an exclusive sound, which is really cool. As you can see, we got this nice looking meteor thingamajiggy, which will pop out every now and then, and we also get this static effect on top of the actual magnet, and I think that is pretty cool too. This spoiler is really nice looking, and it's best to get it. Unfortunately, by the time this update released, you cannot trade it away, so if you got this spoiler, you cannot trade it, but until it gets fixed, you can't trade it at the moment, so please keep that in mind. By the way, this spoiler is really cool. If you put a radiant, like radiant yellow or radiant ice on this thing, it looks even better. I'm going to be completely honest. This is a great looking spoiler, and I generally think the spoiler looks extra amazing. So now let's go over some of the mansion changes that have been made to this update. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so after some time, I finally got everything ready, and if you notice, there are a couple of differences regarding the CEO boss battle. So if I go ahead and shoot, as you can see, I can still take damage just fine. I can still tase and arrest, so yeah. However, one of the biggest changes that have been made to this update is that you can now enter the actual CEO boss battle as a police officer. And I think this is one of the biggest changes because, if I am not mistaken, NPC bandits are not a big fan of police either. And I think the CEO hates the police in this game too. So that is a pretty big change, and yeah, unfortunately the player count for the CEO boss battle has not changed, but yeah. Okay team, let's find his office. Bruh. Alright, so anyway, now there is another change that was made to this update. You can no longer deal damage to your teammates regardless of what team you're on. So if you're a police officer and you are trying to either tase, arrest, or oof a criminal, Well, unfortunately for you, you cannot. So if you try to, nothing's going to happen. As you can see, I cannot deal damage to my ult because we are part of the same team. And if I go ahead and throw a grenade, as seen here, and I take damage from it, well, as you can see, nothing happens. However, here's one thing to take into consideration. If you throw your own grenade and you are part of the grenade explosion, you will still take damage. This also applies for C4s. So if I go ahead and put a C4 on myself and I explode the C4, as you can see, nothing will happen. But like I said with the grenade, you will still be affected by the actual explosion, which is pretty interesting. And somehow I didn't even activate the plates, which is pretty cool. And by the way, plates are a little bit random, so please be very careful while going through the main basement. Also, it is worth mentioning that you can jump on top of the plates with certain avatar animations, and you do not have to activate them, which is pretty cool. But anyway, I'm actually going to show you guys another thing to take into consideration. This is a bug, and it should be fixed, but I'll go ahead and show you guys what the bug is, so I'll be right back. Anyway, so there is a current bug going on where you can climb on this bookshelf, and that is not intentional. So if I go ahead and climb on it, as you can see, I can stand on top of the bookshelf just fine. Asimo is probably going to fix this as soon as possible, so it is a bug that is going on right now. I know a lot of people weren't aware of it, but it is a bug, so please keep that in mind. Anyway, here is another change to take into consideration. If you are not successfully able to defeat the CEO and you have oofed inside of the CEO boss battle, you will keep your invitation, so you will no longer lose it as soon as you enter the main CEO boss battle. You will only lose it if you defeat the CEO. In other words, if the CEO runs away from his office, you will lose the invite. So that is a pretty big change. Now I have 2 invites, so I don't think it's that much of a deal. But yeah, this is a very big, impactful change. And yeah, honestly, this is one of the best changes to ever be made in a while. And I think that is a good change. I'm just going to be completely honest. And yeah, so I'm actually going to do the CEO boss battle. I guess my ult can just stand at the same spot regardless. So if it oofs, that's perfectly fine. But I'll go ahead and speed forward until I defeat the CEO. Alright, so there we go, guys. I defeated the CEO, and if you notice very closely, there is the new meteor magnet. It is an ultra rare, like I said earlier in the video. So if you are able to get it, then congratulations, you will get it. Now, I did end up getting the electric static rims, and I didn't own those, so that's awesome. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. If you have enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like. Please feel free to subscribe as well. Please feel free to leave your thoughts down below about this new update. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that you cannot arrest or tase inside of the CEO boss battle. They made it so you cannot. So yeah, I know it's a bummer for police, but it makes sense because you're not supposed to actually be able to do such a thing. So well done to the developers for making this update, and I think this mini update is important to us. So once again, thank you to the developers for this update. Hopefully some of the bugs get fixed, including the bounty as a police officer, because I just noticed that right away. Asimo, if you're watching this, please fix these bugs. These bugs are kind of annoying, including the ability to get bounty as a police officer, ragdolling, climbing on bookshelves, etc. But yeah, that was it. Thank you, Katie Ultra, for helping me out. But as always, my name is Mr. Vince. I hope you all have an amazing day today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh no, looks like I oofed again.